I mean, I'm lit, just being who I am and being who I be. I mean, ain't nobody else can do me like me. I mean, I'm lit, like too lit. Like, they should make another me. Like, you can do you while I do me, cause I'm lit, like L.Y.T. and I'm lit, like, come on, man. I do what I do. I make moves. I step when I choose. I break rules, but, you know, take it nice and slow. But I am who I am and never would change that. I'm lit like L.Y.T.
What's the 4th episode? Live your truth. Be you, be true. Speedy Pooh, here with my co-host, Big L.Y.T. We doing an episode today on black love, relationships. Not only black love, because if you date other races, you date other races. So we're just doing it, you know what I mean, on raw, open, honest topics in relationships that can start them, fuck them up, but y'all don't like, but y'all think they like, but y'all think we not. You know, we're gonna just mix it up a little bit. But I'm here with my fiance Jasmine. We got Big L lady over here.
Hollie.
Hello.
And we got two opinions of males, Rodney and Raheem. And then we have how I say, very tall, small version, double Tauruses in here. So Nilah. So we're gonna see how this kind of mixed together. It's gonna be spicy. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be spicy. So let me see. Let's start on what attracts you to. We're gonna stay on the topic of same race. What attracts you to a black woman?
For me, it's just, it's just a personality is different than all other cultures. You can relate to them better, I think, for me.
Right.
Man, I look for a lot of different things. I'll start with the physical, that's probably the easy part. I think a lot of people are fooling themselves when they say they don't care about looks. You definitely care at some level, so like, I don't need like a supermodel or nothing like that. Like I'm no supermodel myself, but gotta look. I mean, gotta be somebody I think I could be attracted to for many, many years for sure. Once you get past the looks though, I mean, you gotta have something going for yourself. Again, I'm not like rich, so I'm not looking for somebody to be rich, but like you can't be working at McDonald's either. Like, no offense to McDonald's folks out there, but like, yeah, you gotta know how to save for retirement, or at least be willing to learn. Like I can teach you that. Like I'm in that particular type of space. Be able to teach me stuff too. Like we gotta learn and be able to learn and grow together. I look for a cool level head. Like I run into a lot of women in my time with like tempers, and like typically they aren't the people you can like talk things through with. And I'm real big on communication. Like if you run into somebody with a hot temper, it's hard to communicate. We gotta have fun together. Like, you can't be with somebody boring and expect it to last. Like, you're young, you're thinking 20, 30, 40, maybe even 50 years. I mean, if you get bored, you get bored. So, those are the main things I look for.
So, I got two questions. I don't know what you want to say.
Right.
Are you an emotional guy?
I would say middle of the road.
Middle. So you express your emotions more freely?
I'm comfortable, communicating my emotions.
Two, well, what if you don't think maybe, because you said, you find somebody that you're attracted to for many, many, many years. So that could get very untrue. You know what I mean? Like, you could be attracted to when you get that would, because then you may, the personality of the person you love can stick, because she can had an accident, surgery. She may not look the same. So, though many years, does that change that for you?
I mean, in a special circumstance like an accident, like,
But it ain't by accident. She probably gained weight and shit just based on, she just don't look the same. She's the same person that you know what I'm saying, that you were attracted to though. You know what I mean? Like, so when you say looks, I'm just trying to figure out, is it just, you have to see the same thing you seen from the beginning?
nah, because you know it changes over time. And everything's circumstantial. Like, if something happened, like something happened. I'm not the guy that would walk away on somebody like that. But, like, if it's something like, so, I mean, if odds are, like, if I'm with a woman and she gains weight, I'll probably gain weight too. But if it comes time where, like, one of us is motivated and we can't get the other one motivated too, like, I can see the attraction fading at that point.
I think it go the opposite way. If you ain't coming already 6-pack a year, it's gonna take you longer to get the 6-pack before she can get motivated to work out. Because I guess her body is gonna be able to make her still feel attractive. You ain't coming like that. So you ain't hyped to get the 6-pack until you see her changing her shit. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
But you gonna sit right back with your 6-pack until she start fucking moving.
That's the thing, if you take that path, you can't be happy with high expectations if you like slacking on.
There you go.
So at the end of the day, it's just treat people how you want to be treated. What's that, the golden rule? Like,
Yeah. Exactly. And that's always lost and forgotten in relationships. I don't know where along the line it happens. It's like you get comfortable and complacent. And you forget that there's a circle individually, right? In between that small space that has all of this great value is the relationship. That this person is still an individual and they're still an individual. So where does the lines get crossed or you get so comfortable or so complacent?
America, where people just say how relationships supposed to be and shit. And I just think that when people, you ever see some people that they got like, their relationship a little bit different, and you be like, damn, how they communicate like that, or how they do. But it works for them. And you be like, well, damn, you live all the way over there, and you be traveling like, but their relationship of a friendship, say first. You feel me? So like, y'all sit here and look at a girl and like everything from the outside first. Before you just really, and so y'all get nervous and shit. You feel me? You nervous on somebody you don't even know you gonna like, and when you start talking to her. So it's just like, now you done fucking look stupid, and then she look alright to you now, but you look like a fool.
That's called fear. That's what that is.
And not have self-confidence, and whatever though. You know what I mean? Because you ain't gotta come with no money. Just like she ain't gotta fuck you to get no money. But y'all, some people just don't know that. So, you know what I'm saying? Both ways, you feel like you gotta do that. My homeboy yesterday, he came to me, he was like, yeah, man, we don't care about that. He was like, we don't care what she work. If she got a job, he just looked at her, he liked her, cool. He said they already thought they supposed to provide, he gonna have the money. And it's just like, damn, that's just very low both ways though. Like, I mean, he don't wanna know who he fucking with. He don't wanna know if she do work. Like, I mean, I'm like, oh, okay.
But I makes me wonder, like, let me ask y'all this, like, for y'all, what are the characteristics of a solid relationship? Like, what are y'all foundation? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be like communication, loyalty, trust. You know what I'm saying? I'll look back, like, for a solid relationship. So for y'all, what would it be?
Those are the top ones on my reading. See, communication is always the best one. Because if you don't communicate, when we work things out, that's first off. People go through stuff, we gotta talk to it. And then also, you know, I hate when we say it, but sex is important too. All of that is important. From communication to sex to trust, all of that, those are the top ones. But overall, for me, communication. Communication is definitely top, for sure.
What about y'all? What would you think?
I mean, communications, I don't think nobody can get communication out.
Yeah.
Sex is a good point. I look at sex both ways, though. Like, you gotta be able to want to have sex all the time, but you also should be comfortable with that person. Like, if y'all not having sex, like, that's the person you still cool.
That's that friendship part, and that love part coming in there. That's where that coming in. Because we can't be chilling with them, but you was gonna fuck them all she's been such a long time.
You and
No, you good, man.
Sure,
It's
you are.
just, you know what I mean, like,
They're gonna learn a lot, though.
Man, I ain't gonna learn that.
like I said, watch TV with you, not even touch you, we chill, we talk, boom, 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 you know what I mean? 'Cause I enjoy being with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between I just like having sex with you.
Mine would be that we're evenly yoked, and what that means is that we're in agreement, because a lot of times people will lose sight of, you know, relationships in general. That bridge requires a certain level of communication, understanding, right? So that we understand we're on the same page, and we have to be in agreement, because if we're not in agreement, meaning that we understand what the goal is and we both agree that that's what we're working towards, then eventually what's going to happen is somebody's either going to move too fast or too slow. And then there comes the break. You see what I'm saying? I'm striving towards this, and this is where I'm going, and you know, you being like today because you're going over this direction. How are we going to walk together? Like, because at the end of the day, that's really what it is. Like, I pick you to walk with me, to be with me. I'm going to share my life with you, and you're going to do the same. Let's get it. Can we be agreed the whole time? Even if we get to a point to where we understand that we disagree, there's still some level of agreement that you can have. Even if, you know, you might see things like this and I might see things like this. That's why we do talk. So that you can understand, you know, where I'm coming from, you get a different perspective, and I can understand where you're coming from. So then it broadens my perspective. You see what I'm saying? And it broadens what I believe. So therefore, in terms of this right here, this bond and this understanding, this agreement, that it can continue on in the way that it goes. When you get marriage is nothing but an agreement. I agree. Like, that's why y'all sign that marriage license. You ever look at it and see somebody legally bonded, bingo, contract and agreement in between two individuals, sound individuals, and we say that we're going to stick to this and this is what we're going to do. So for me, that's the most important thing.
Yeah, L.Y.T.
Do y'all feel like sometimes people fall into the perception of what they have with somebody rather than the reality of the person?
Of course.
You do it all the time.
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, you see the potential in somebody instead of the
Reality.
who they are and understand what they bring to the table. So often fall victim to like, okay, they got the potential to be this, they got the potential to be that. I can see us doing this, I can see us doing. You know what I'm saying? That's all well and good, but where y'all right now? Are y'all equally yoked to get to the point of where you can see yourselves 5-10 years from now? Because if y'all ain't equally yoked, you wasting your time.
Bingo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you just wasting your fucking time. You know what I'm saying?
Who you gonna apologize to? You don't like those words? You make you apologize. I'm trying to figure out who kids watch this shit.
You know what I'm saying? But no, but that's definitely, I've definitely done it in my past. So it's definitely something.
What are some standards y'all expect or look in another person?
To be honest with you, I pay attention to how people treat others.
That's important.
Okay.
Like, you know, that's gonna show how the fuck they really are. And it's like that with you right now. You know what I'm saying? And when they around that other person, they not like, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. It's just a show. But if you like this, but this is how you are, no to no harm. I'm the same everywhere. So it's just like you will. It will be given the same. So meaning that y'all all have the same shit to say about me. You feel me? Unless we did some other shit we wouldn't go tell nobody. Other than that, you know what I'm saying? It will have the same characteristic as a person. And then that's why I be like, people, if they don't rush, see that person a couple times. It's not like you like stalking them and shit. But if you happen to meet them through somebody else, yo, where your friend at? You having a party? Bring your friends to the party. I'm not trying to just want to see the person. You feel what I'm saying? Because then you might be with this girl and she cool, she good. This bitch get drunk. Oh my God. You know what I'm saying? But you don't see just how when you go buy a house or go buy, I mean, you ride around here when it's real busy, try to see how it is in this back. You know what I mean? You looking at it before you just go ahead and bring it. So.
No, that's important, how people outwardly treat people. That's an important one. Just because that just shows character. Bingo. And it shows just your level of outward consideration and respect just for another living thing. I even will go even further. I would look at how somebody would treat the least of things. How do you treat animals, babies? I'm so serious. And the reason why I say that is because that thing can't defend itself, right? So if you're like just malicious in nature, like you're going to bully, like I can't stand a bully. And bullies tend to attack things that they think are lesser than them. So even in a relationship, when one person feels like they're inferior or they're on this level, on this platform, and you're here, they're going to attack you if they have the exact personality. So how do you treat something that's the least of things that you would look at, like, you know what I'm saying, this is something that might be beneath me or might not necessarily be in the same lane that I am? How do you treat that? Do you treat that thing, you know, with a certain level of respect? Because even the least of things deserve respect. Like, just because it might not be where you're at don't necessarily mean that you won't be here in another few years, because the roles do reverse. Like, that's just like when, you know, your person that used to be up underneath you, that you was training at your job, when they end up being your supervisor, you look up and hello, they walk in the door, they telling you what to do. You're like, I just treat this person like, oh man, I know I'm having a hard time with them. Yeah, because you treated them like crap. Now, you know, where they're in a position to where they can look at you like, even if you're not value-wise just as a person, you're not really least than me, but, you know, where I'm at, what I've accomplished, you know, what lane somebody might put me on, economic status, whether it be socially, whatever. You know, it puts me at this statue and you haven't ascended to that yet, so therefore, by definition, you're not in my lane, like they like to say, right? So that's important to me. Because it shows a lot. Yeah, it shows character.
I like a person to have aspirations where they got stuff going on in their life, where they can't just not be doing nothing. Like, I think that's important for me. Because when you got nothing going on, then you worry about what I got going on too much. So I can go ahead and have something going on. You know what I'm saying?
But you ever thought about why do we put all that so much into a relationship? And friendships, they're just important too, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Your friends that you have, and then like family members. And it's like, a person will be like, you know, if they break up with somebody, they can't sleep, I can't sleep alone. And they had a twin bed at one time. You know, no real shit though. No, like, to where as though, why, like, is it like society that makes you feel as though like this person that you just met is, you know what I mean? And people are actors and people watch you, like, I don't know, the best way I describe it, when she be like, damn, this girl was my best friend, she slept with my boyfriend. Well,
That would be your best friend.
it wasn't even the your best friend. She probably didn't even know you. You happened to come into a party. The boy that she happened to like pay attention to you a little bit. If she ain't fucking with you physically, or she can't bully you no way to get your shit, and she like, oh, she gonna befriend you. You can't beat them, join them. So she gonna befriend you, and then she gonna fuck you over, and then she like, well, I can't believe that. Because she wasn't trying to be your friend, she was trying to be you. What's that movie called?
Single white
There
female.
you go. There you go.
Don't answer why I know that. Single white female. Yes, it was right on the classic. Okay. I better learn to watch that.
So I just look at it as though that's how you pay attention to how. But that shit was elementary school for all of us though. Like, that's how another girl just ain't like you because the boy that she like you, and you don't even like him. Like, and that was elementary school when this shit was going on.
Yeah, just something about you. People just have to bleach themselves to you. Call them bleaches. That's what they are. Just in life. And just succubus. They just.
My mom says, like, as far as taking care of people, like, if you can't take care of me when you get old, you gotta wipe me and change me. She said medical field. So it's like, if you can't do that, why are we even wasting our time? If you're scared to do that, take care of me when it gets to that detrimental, if it needs be, I don't need you around.
But shit, if we close the same age, we gonna be pushing the same shit. And if we eating the same shit and doing the same shit together, I know, but when you're in a relationship, it don't matter how old you are together. I honestly think you will. That's why, like, when you see the men or women when they older and they get with somebody way younger, they got so much life, and I just think you balance with you. You know what I'm saying? And then that person kind of tames them. So if y'all doing the same shit, unless that motherfucker, you got that motherfucker doing too much and you doing least. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Man working like 3 jobs and, you know, he overworked, or she sitting here doing all this shit because he ain't shit. Like, whatever the case may be. If somebody doing too much, yeah, somebody is going to be wiping some ass. Because it's stress. It's stress. I really believe stress kills people.
It does.
I think it fucks up everything else. That's all it is. Stress and whatever the fuck new shit they put in the food. That's it.
And fun.
But it's a big point that being able to take care of each other when you get older and stuff like that. So, like, what would y'all say are y'all love languages?
Acts of service.
Acts of service? That's your top?
Like, I don't know, I do a lot for people. So
Okay,
like,
so
for people to do for me, it's like,
Reciprocation.
yeah, it's like,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
I got you. What about
My love language? My love language would probably be like just consistency. Like, I need to see, and I know that that's kind of broad, but I just need to see a certain level of consistency. Like, if you see me and I'm consistently doing or putting forth an effort, I need to see that reciprocated too. I need to see that consistency. Like, if you see me and you know I'm the type of person to where, like, I don't know, like, I'm outwardly giving. Even if you're not one of those type of people, at least try to match my consistency with whatever energy that you're going to bring to add to the whole, and then keep that up. Like, because I don't slack off. Like, that's just how I am. Like, and if I do, you know, I get to a something where I'll check myself, because just for me, I'm about progression. So if I start to see like some inconsistencies, or you know, like I said, it's broad, like you telling me one thing and you doing another, that's inconsistent to me. So now we're not really speaking the same language, because you ain't got to worry about that with me. I'm consistent all the time. Like, if I'm this way, that is how I'm going to be. If I say this, that's what's going to happen. If I say this, that's what I mean. I'm consistent. Like, so that's my love language. Like, inconsistency, I can't deal with that. Like, it's just too much. It's too up in the air for me. It's too unstable.
Some of it sounded like acts of service.
that's what I'm saying. Acts of service.
Yeah, just being consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being consistent. Period. If you know that that's what you do, or even like this is what I require, because some people, they'll be good in the beginning, in the honeymoon stage, right? You tell somebody what you require, right? And they're very consistent, and they do it over and over and over again. Right. And then as soon as you get comfortable, that consistency is just like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? This is, I don't know this. Like, this is something different. Like, you wasn't doing this then. Like, what happened? Because I'm still me. I'm still, you know, like,
They gave you a rough draft paper when they gave you that final copy, that last paragraph was not the fucking in there. That shit was not in there. You gonna add another part. That was not part of the rough draft.
it's not.
Nah, that last paragraph was totally different.
It's different off script. Like, what's going on? But for y'all though, like, out of, you know, acts of service, gifts, quality time. What's the other three? Words of affirmation. Like, what's your
I'm big
love
on that. I
language?
definitely always encourage in relationships. I think that's definitely big. Cause, you know what I mean? Because you want to encourage your partner to do well. You know, because you want them to tell you to do well, so we can win. That's definitely a big one.
Let me ask y'all this though. And what about as far as like feedback and yeah. How that's what I'm saying. So now
Right. You said words of affirmation, but it's like, it's a twist to it.
No, I'm sorry. I switched the topic real fast. Y'all know me. I'm sorry. Now I'm talking about as far as like,
Yeah,
yeah,
you bring it right back. Yeah.
feedback. No, I'm talking about feedback as far not as far as the affirmation, as far as you getting that from your partner
Exactly.
and that criticism.
That's the other side of it.
Oh, do you? You know what I'm saying?
Can you handle that?
Can you handle that? But
I'm so big on that, because it's like as simple as asking somebody for from water, bro. It's all in like that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want that. Do you want a glass of water? You know what I'm saying? You're more accepted of that.
So if your friend said it's all, if your friend said it's still either considered or it's still about delivery.
Criticism is important because that's feedback. It is important. And if you're in a relationship with somebody, and two things, you can't accept criticism or they don't know how to positively give you criticism, because some people will be in a relationship and they'll criticize you, just to beat you down. And I hate to say this, but a lot of black women do this because, especially in, you don't really see it too much in same sex, but in heterosexual relationships, you do, because there's that need to combat or challenge that masculine energy, or there's that, hold on, because y'all not gonna like this, there's that history of the things that the woman has seen within that community, within her own black man, either them leaving them by way of killing each other, leaving them by way of sleeping with each other, leaving them by way of outsourcing and going to another culture, and then putting them on a pedestal to say, hey, the Armenian women or the Puerto Rican women they're the creme de la creme, while ours is over here and we're just going to put them in a certain box or a certain, and say that they're this in terms of value. So I'm serious, like, and y'all know
You don't think the woman gets messed up on her value and not the guy?
Do you think what?
You don't think it's the woman fault, not the man's?
I think that a lot of women do have to learn how to step into their own place and understand what you bring to the table just as an entity, yes. But also feminine energy with feminine energy is different. Even if you got a dominant feminine energy, it's different than the feminine energy, and this is speaking from experience, feminine energy with a masculine energy. It's a little bit different. So, you can kind of get lost and combat it as a woman, coming with that energy inside of something that you're not used to, because you're not it, so you don't know how to be like that. Versus another feminine energy, even if it's dominant with another feminine energy, it's a little bit more evenly scaled. Like, I know how to deal with this, I know how to meet this where it's at, because I am that too. So it does require for a lot of women, like, you have to, and even in a relationship where it's same sex, you have to have a good basis and foundation for who you are, right? A good understanding for who you are, what your worth is, what you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So that way, when it comes to criticism, if you know yourself, right? Then when somebody is telling you something, if you know that they right and that's spot on, it should be more important for you to listen to what they're saying so that you can check yourself and be better and progress, right? Versus, now how they say it is very important, because that's a part of communication, and they call it the noise in between communication. How you deliver it can distort the message.
See how you saying something right now and you saying it seriously, but that emotion in your hand is too much.
So all you would have to say to me is it's too much, and then what I would do is in my demeanor,
I agree with the concept, but I don't think it's like a gender-related thing. So
Yeah, I was about to say.
it's person to person. Whatever combo of people that you got.
That's why I tried to elaborate a little bit and say not that it's a difference when you got feminine to feminine energy. It's just that there's more of a commonality.
But for the guys, it depends on the age of the guy.
So do y'all think zodiac signs play a part?
I think that's
I don't. It's not alone.
Because a lot of people put a lot of weight on certain zodiac signs. So it's like, you don't care. Because I personally feel that if two people want to make it work, they'll make it work.
25-year-old Scorpio is way better than a 32-year-old Scorpio. So I don't think it's just the zodiac.
I think it's person to person, personality, whether or not if y'all can find commonalities and, have that level of respect and try to meet somebody where they're at. And they meet you where you're at. You know what I'm saying? That's what you
Being patient with the other person.
Bingo. Patience is very important. Very important.
Time out. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just asking questions. So, patience. How long is patience?
Well, what is patience?
No, I mean, you have to know. Patience is sitting here waiting for the fucking doctor for about an hour. It's very patient here waiting for you. Because if I fucking trip, you might kick. I'm very patiently waiting, but.
That's person to person too, though.
But how?
Because you might be able to wait an hour when I can wait 2.
For what though?
For whatever. It don't matter.
That's crazy.
But feel like depending on the situation, though, people's patience, varies.
All right, so let me ask you this. Does the age change patience?
Yeah. Definitely.
The bigger age?
I say no because I had patience from when
You're young.
But I
The
still
bigger age, you feel it.
no.
You
Like
feel it.
even in traffic, I had patience. I'm not rushing. I don't need to drive and no.
That's a
I had
perfect
patience.
example for me because I used to be patient. I hate
I
traffic.
hate waiting.
I can't.
Sit there and I'm waiting.
I'll be
Whatever.
What? Oh my God.
But what are you waiting on? That's what I'm saying. So if you're waiting on something to change that you don't like about a person, how much patience are you going to have when you older?
Yeah.
She's older than me.
I know, so
I'm younger.
right, same for us.
It was something that I didn't like about her, but I gave her. So what I had to learn, I had to let her realize it on her own. Even though I kept saying stuff, and like stop saying it, stop saying stuff. Making it out. She had to learn and figure it out on her own. I just gave her time. She had to deal with it on her own. I just sat there and I waited.
I guess it depends on your level
Can I raise a hand on this one?
I don't know.
Go ahead. So, age is like crucial. Like, I'm gonna use you as a hypothetical example. I feel like you're a very happy couple, so don't take this serious.
What's your age difference?
Wait, 30,
That's it. I'm
32, 26, right?
Yeah.
32. Like, let's say hypothetically speaking, because y'all really happy couple, but let's say y'all like we're secretly hating each other. 32, inside you're like, damn. If I start over again, I gotta wait 2, maybe 3 years before I can even propose. My best chance of getting married is 36. At 26, if you want to have me, you can fuck him over. But you're not even thinking about the man.
Right.
You're not even doing the man. So that's
Wait, that's opposite. Well, that's the crazy part, though.
what you mean.
What you mean?
Go ahead, go back to
Like it's opposite because like she from day one she kind of like knew what she wanted. So it's like almost like
Yes, Jazz. I'm saying.
so like and I'm a little older. It's like how you feel like you experience shit already. It's like you rushing. You know that like let you wait. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean? Just go ahead.
That's a little bit
But she was very solid on what she wanted.
I'm not saying.
No, she was too in the very beginning. She was very
Because
good.
I feel like you know what you want. You know how you want to be.
But I know
What you want to how you want to be treated.
But us being older is like we've been where you at, so it's like we feel like sure. We've been where you at. So it's like we gotta.
Y'all been where we at, but y'all ain't been with us, so that's the difference.
But listen, but we know. But look, that's where the feedback comes from.
I stand
Let me give you another scenario.
But that's where the feedback comes from.
Before you go, do y'all think there's a time limit on the patience? Do y'all put an expiration date?
I think you can see it first.
Everybody.
Everybody got a breaking point.
I think if you come in,
Everybody got a breaking point.
if you come in already with a boundary and a limit of shit already, and motherfucker keep crossing that line or cross the line and step over, like, why do you want to just keep being patient with your boundaries? Because you ain't gonna have them no more. Your gate gonna get about this little now. It started up here, and then that motherfucker know how to chop it down little by little. And it's like, next thing you know, you gonna be like, damn, I ain't even old enough to do the shit I want to do in the beginning. Fuck.
I'm gonna let you go first. Go ahead.
Another thing about age, to just, I think about it all the time, like, hypothetically speaking again, if there were no, like, norms as to, like, who proposes to who, I feel like a lot of, like, the younger, like, women in a relationship, they be proposing, and I feel like the older, like, anybody, guy, woman in a relationship,
I agree.
would probably say yes out of fear that, like, yo, I don't want my relationship to fall apart and I'm running out of time.
Yo, you know what's crazy though? That's that Romans and Wade shit. Y'all ain't got the power no more. Y'all don't have the power no more. So when you feel that way, you know what I'm saying? Now you like, because now he has to be weaker to say yes. Why?
But hold on, but look, women proposing to men
That's what I'm
in
saying.
age, and they do say,
That's rare.
yes.
That's rare, though.
You know,
But that's the man that's the 3% that's losing their power that's changing the fucking rules. Because it's not about like you just want to rule me.
Yeah,
but you just want to be needed. You want to be, and she make her own money and she pay for the bill and she tell you.
It's like where am I needed? It's like right. It's like where am I needed in the relationship?
That causes a problem.
Yes,
Because I feel like to be
no
as a woman, anyway. I feel like men, all women does not feel needed.
Yes.
The relationship is like
No, I didn't say a race. I said man.
I said any race.
any race, man, all women. It's like you want to feel like yes, they are.
So I watched this show. What is it? Empire. I think it's, I don't know, it's on Netflix, about the Crazy Rich Asians in Cali. Literally, you have a woman and a man, both billionaires. The man is like, I don't think we need to brush it. He's not traditional. The Asian wife, she's like, no, I need to have, we need to get married. We have 2 kids together, and this is out of our tradition.
Yeah.
She proposed to him, and he's just sitting there on the stage in front of everybody, like, do I say yes?
He said yes.
And he had to say yes because everybody's waiting for him to say yes. And he was older, and she was a little younger. But it was just the tradition. She wanted to get married. She had to get married. She had the children, but he just didn't want to get married.
I would love to see more.
And in the old way, the woman would be like, well, I'm leaving you.
I would love to see
I'm
more.
leaving you. You're not marrying me. I'm leaving you. Now she look, you want to do it? You embarrass me, motherfucker. I'm still leaving you.
What's the end game after that? It's just like if we're not once again progression, what are we, moving towards? Like, what's the end game? If it's not going to be, because at the end of the day, marriage is nothing but a merger, some type of business decision. I don't care what nobody say. Yeah, we love each other, but at the end of the day, I'm sizing you up to see what you're gonna bring to the table and how you gonna add to the pot, and you doing the same thing for me. That's what they was just saying. That's what they were just talking about. You're looking at qualities, characteristics, right? So I'm looking at how are you going to complete me or bring an addition to what I already have to offer. So at the end of the day, it's a business decision. That's why when you end up where? In course, splitting up your asses, right?
So, let me ask you something, because you just said something that kind of stuck out to me. You said complete me. So do you feel like a person coming into
needs to complete? No.
Because I feel like
what I feel like, this is what I feel like. I'm the table. I don't feel like necessarily incompletion, like to where I'm going to be, like I said, I'm still going to be a circle without you, right?
Okay.
You're going to be a circle without me. I always have to go back to this principle. But that small part in the middle where you combine these different shapes, circle, square, triangle, whatever, it always holds the greatest value because a person comes and they add to. That's the point, right? So you're this entity within yourself. You make up this is what you bring to the table. And that's what I mean by completion. Not necessarily like that I'm missing something, but at the end of the day, you do tend to date somebody and it be something about them, maybe something that you're not into, or they introduce you to some new things or open up your world. You see what I'm saying? So then you do become a little bit more of a complete individual because of what they bring to and how they come to water your plant, the seed that's already there, and they come to water with some good stuff, fertilizer, and pour it into you and making you grow a little bit more than what you would have grown just by yourself with the sun and whatever. Like they're helping that progression. So yeah, that's what I mean.
So do you guys think that's important to have someone in your life in a relationship that incorporates you? Absolutely. Do you think that's one of the characteristics of a strong relationship?
Yes.
It should be reciprocated.
There's too many people in the world to not have that. Like, if you don't have that, it's
Yeah, I'm a really complex person, so you have to. I'm just one of them people that's just, I see the unseen shit. I really
Have
feel
y'all ever witnessed like a marriage, a completion to where it's like, how did he do it? It's like unacceptable.
He don't eat out at restaurants, not never, and ever. He do not eat out. And they've been married, I'm 36, for 35 years, and I've never seen them argue.
That's in this room right now.
Because
I'm not gassing nobody up.
Because
I'm not gassing nobody up. That's in this room right now.
They allow each other to be
I'll tell
themselves.
you that.
So
I'm not gassing nobody up. I ain't gonna go into details, but it's in this room right now. I've seen it.
They allow themselves to be themselves.
Seen
You
it
know
now.
what I'm saying? And they don't stop. My aunt will still go out to the restaurant, buy nuts up, eat it, maybe they take it out, and still be able to live your life. Because if you're not an individual and you begin to lose yourself, when you lose that motherfucking person, you don't know who the fuck you are.
Right.
You don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like everybody goes through that experience though. At least once in your lifetime when you lose yourself in somebody and it teaches you something. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to step back and understand, like, yo, why? How the fuck did I even let it get this far?
You know what it is? Because
You know what I'm
they'll
saying?
introduce something new to you, right? That you don't know. And they'll open up a different world for you. So to you, you're just like, oh my God, all these new experiences. I became this new person and it's because of that person. Now that goes back into that pouring into. But some people are just branches for the moment. They are meant to come teach you and grow you a little bit, but not for it to be longevity. They had this exact. And when you go through heartbreaks like that, what you do understand is, yes, you do become and you do grow. If you're in a relationship and you're connected to somebody, you should grow some way. You should be learning something. You should be becoming something new. They should have brought something into your life, showed you something, you know, introduced you to something. So in this area, you're going to be a little bit more open, a little bit more seasoned. You understand it a little bit now. Like my ex, he never used to like sushi. He loves sushi. He probably eat it with that bitch all up there, that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like.
So I met this one like it's proper, and now I love it.
Yeah, and it's just like, you know, now that's a new experience. So say like you go out the country somewhere, now you can experience their culture. And you know, I'm not saying this because I believe y'all meant to be together, but what if you wasn't with her? What if you was with the person you was gonna marry and they were from that culture? You just, you know what I'm saying? You just don't know. Like, so.
But we met everybody though. Like I don't know. What you know how I say I put everybody here. And it's not in a rude way, but because when you have very high expectations, when you get disappointed, people can't deal with that shit. But if everything is here, you know what I mean? And you know, your parents are supposed to be here because I see her home, you and everybody, they be there. But everybody is here. Because everything is a relationship, a respect level, even if you friends and whatever the case may be. Because if I may be going through something with my friend, I gotta really trust to really maybe confide in you to tell you some shit and not hope that you use the shit against me and tell another bitch. You feel what I'm saying? And that will really hurt you. Yeah, with everybody. You feel what I'm saying? So like people, the relationship because they done broke their sex plan, and then, you know what I mean? Because sometimes before they have sex, they're not that trusting. They really are not. They're like, a while of that. But once they fuck, they are, alright, that energy was good. And you just drop your guard there. But you really don't know your friend can fight till you see that bitch fight though. And so you know what I'm saying? So it's just like everybody here, then you got kids. Man, your kids is above everybody. You feel me? And you know, your kids and your mom, they run the same level. And if your mother harm your kids, then she's not on the level. You know what I'm saying? That's where a level drop. But at the same time, boundaries and how you are and how you carry yourself and it's just like your peace of mind and your capacity in your brain and how much you know you can do it and if you can't. So if you already know what you can do with it, you can't do it, keep it like that with everybody. Exactly. So then now you could probably got the same type of people in the same.
But you know, it's crazy because you said expectations, and my dad, like we just talking about the other day, he just like, yo, Les, let me tell you something, and I'm just trying to drop some truths on to tell you something. Expectations are the birth for disappointment.
Yes, I was about to say
and he's like, yo, I'm gonna say, just take it, like just accept it and hear me when I say this. Expectations are the birth for disappointments.
And why do you say that?
You know,
because that's your perception of what somebody should be doing.
Right. That's what you can't put limitation, can't put expectations. Just because you are where you are in life doesn't mean that they are. You know, they're there, or doesn't mean that they won't get there. But you gotta give people time and grace to get there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, right? And meet them where it's back to like meet them where they at. So the potential of people. You know what I'm saying? So that expectation shit can get you caught the fuck up.
I mean, I'm lit, just being who I am and being who I be. I mean, ain't nobody else can do me like me. I mean, I'm lit, like too lit. Like, they should make another me, like.